And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Miami Marlins and the Los Angeles Angels. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And today's starting pitcher, Jack Kachanowicz. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
A really good outing for him last time. Scattered 2 runs, was attacking hitters, getting ahead in the count. Great performance. We'll see if he can do it again in this one.
Here's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. Swing and a ground ball. Neto. Now the throw to first on the run. And very nicely done for the out. And time now for the Marlins lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away. Here's Lamont Wade Jr. Pickoff throw, and he's back in safely. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down because of that.
Snags it for the second out.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Next is the designated hitter, Connor Norby.
There's one guy that I can think about, Boog, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
First and second, 2 outs. Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. Ripped to short. Sends it to first. And that is the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. Now the Angels will get their first crack at it. No score. Back in Anaheim, and starting in this one, Braxton Garrett. How about a report on him, Chris?
Well, a very solid ERA last season, just a little over 3. And when you've got a guy like that taking the mound for you, the offense is definitely expected to score 4 runs at least, unless they're really struggling. So more times than not, when he's on the bump, you're going to win the ball game if you just do your part as an offense. So last year, great year. He wants to repeat that or even improve. And I think there is some room for improvement. He's got good stuff. It's just executing from hitter to hitter.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And now the first baseman, Nolan Shanuel. Right side, Wade. Handles, throws to first. 2 up, 2 down. All right, let's take a look at the Angels lineup. It's Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The Skippers loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boo. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
2 down, bases empty. Taylor Ward now at the plate. Close one, doesn't get the call. 2-1. 2 outs, bases empty.
Strike 2.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. broken bat, and it's popped up. Makes the grab on the run. And that'll do it. Angels held in check. We played an inning. No score. And we're back. Top of the second. This is Willie Castro. Castro with some impressive production lately. Next offering is down low.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
Kingery sizing this one up. He makes the grab. One down. Here's Jose Trevino. This guy, one of the best defensive catchers going. You talk about framing, the ability to block, catch, and throw. He is at the top of the game. Next pitch in for a strike. Going to count 1-2.
Really good athlete, and many times we talk about the feet of infielders. This catcher as well, really quick feet. He's able to recognize the pitch, see the trajectory, and get into a spot where he can block those balls and keep them from going to the backstop.
Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first, and there's two gone following the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate, and people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
Graham Pauley, the next up for the Marlins. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. And 1-2-3 go the Marlins. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Back here at Angel Stadium, bottom of the inning, Jorge Soler up at the plate. The wind of the pitch.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit. Oh, nothing too fancy on the strikeout pitch right there. Just a low 90s fastball, and I'm not sure he was trying to challenge him, but that's pretty much what happened. Very hittable location, but he found a way to just get it by him.
Logan O'Hoppe digs in now. One out, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one is back. And it is out of here. A solo shot. Third home run of the season. It's 1-0.
This crowd is on fire right now. They're going nuts thanks to that home run. A breaking ball on the inside part of the plate requires a hitter to stay really square with his mechanics. If you fly open with the front shoulder, there's no way you keep that ball fair. An outstanding job mechanically. He deserves that home run.
David Fry, the next to hit for the Angels.
For whatever reasons, this is a hitter that performs better in night games. We'll see what he brings in this one.
Right side, hard hit. Slings to first in time.
I wasn't sure if he was going to get to this one or not. Had to go a pretty good way there in the shallow right field. But then after that, it's a tough angle after you square up your shoulders to throw to first base. Not the normal position, but a really good job defensively right there.
Two down, nobody on. Splits the plate. It's 2-2. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the third inning. Here's the left fielder, Dane Myers. On the ground. On the run, sends it over to first, and it beats him. What a play. Now it's the second baseman, Otto Lopez. 3-2 now. Swing and a ball popped in the air. Allen makes the grab for the second out. Garrett Mitchell, the next up for the Marlins. Two outs. Bounce to the left side. Boots it.
Well, I definitely think the speed down the line played a factor on that throw. He had more time than he thought, but as a fielder, the speed of the game and the speed of the runner sometimes can get in your head, and he just rushed it and failed to make a clean throw.
The man they call Late Night Lamont steps in. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. And now first and second with two outs. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Connor Norby. Hard hit left side. They get the force out number 3. So a hit and an error in the inning, but they aren't able to score. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Angels 1 and the Marlins nothing. As we go to the last of the third. So in now for the Angels, Scott Kingery. On the ground, right side, and it stays fair. Now he'll turn for second. And he's there with a leadoff double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now it's going to be Nick Allen. Man at second. And a foul ball. And down on strikes. That K is his third of the game. So the lineup flips over. And next for L.A., Zach Neto.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Runner breaks for third. Fights it off. He'll see another. Runner goes again towards first. And he takes it himself for the out. Now the number 2 hitter, Nolan Shanuel. So RBI spot, but Chris, this is a guy that is not really swinging the bat all that well here.
In this situation, you have a real good opportunity to get swings and misses and record a strikeout. I think you attack him in this spot.
Got him swinging. Angels strand one, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Back in Anaheim, new inning getting started, and now the right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. The 1-1. And downstairs.
You know, these Marlins, as this game goes on, have to be more disciplined at the plate. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing.
There's a swing and a drive. And it one-hops the wall. Makes the turn and heads for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Willie Castro, the next up for the Marlins.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
Man at second. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. It's Kingery again to make the play. One away. So up next, Jose Trevino. That one catches the zone. It's a ball in 2 strikes.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with 1 out.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Here's the third baseman, Graham Pauley. In there at the knees.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. In from third is the tying run. It's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
2 on, 1 out. And now Dane Myers. 3-2 now. Line drive. Takes it in for the out.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. Two on, 2 outs.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
The 2-1. Just missed.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
2 on, 2 outs. Next offer is in for a strike.
Oh boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Hit weakly on the ground. In plenty of time to first. They limit the damage here. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. All even now at 1-1. You're dialed into the show. And we're back. Bottom 4. So in now for the Angels, Taylor Ward. Ward needs just 1 more homer to reach 100 in the big leagues. In the air, left field, down the line. And that's a foul ball.
Yeah, making it to 100 homers would be quite the career accomplishment for him. Out of the more than 20,000 players to take an at-bat in the majors, less than 5% have ever hit 100 dingers.
Jorge Soler, the next to hit.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
Base is empty, one away. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Trevino pulls it down, and there's two gone.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Logan O'Hoppe getting ready to hit.
Boog, here's someone that loves playing at home, and who can blame him? His numbers are historically better, and he's already 1 for 1 out of the chute.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they jump out front. It's 2-1. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I could feel that swing from the booth. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Base is empty with 2 away. And next for the Angels, David Fry. Ripped on the ground to second, over to first, and that is the inning. Angels get one with a solo homer, and it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point. Now a screamer into the outfield. It's Kingery again to make the play.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
That's off the inside corner, and it's 2-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Victor Gonzalez getting ready to go. Stevenson, the right-hander, also getting loose. The Halos leading by a run, and we're at the top of the fifth. That one the other way. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a chopper out to short. The throw to first. Marlins set down in order. Nothing doing for the Marlins. They're down 2-1. Back here at Angel Stadium, John Sciambi with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Cesar Carmona. Lined, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Scott Kingery up to hit. Garrett ready to fire now. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Carmona gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's the second baseman, Nick Allen. Swing and a ball lifted in the air right field. He just missed it. Drops into the glove. Runner tags at second. And it comes in too late. He's up to third on the fly out with one away. So the batting order turns over. Digging in, Zach Neto. And that is out of play. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Gets a piece and stays alive. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
And here's the first baseman, Nolan Schanuel. And that misses. 2-1.
If he can get through this one, put up a 0, this will help in his outings to come.
Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
A couple of strikeouts with runners on. Sometimes you got to really bear down, and he did just that. Nice job of getting out of the jam and out of the inning.
We're back, and they make a change to start the sixth. The new pitcher, Victor Gonzalez.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
And now Jesus Sanchez. Fought off foul. Swing, and he popped it up. Hauls it in, and there's one away. And up next for Miami, Willie Castro. The Fish trailing by a run, and we're the top half of the sixth. Next offering misses. Ball 2. Activity in the bullpen for the Angels. Hans Kraus preparing to come on if needed. Quijada getting loose as well. One down, base is empty. Up the middle. Fires over to first. And that quickly 2 away.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Jose Trevino, the next up for the Marlins. Gonzalez deals. On the ground to short. Neto gets it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Heart of the order, 3-4-5 coming up. Angels 2 and the Marlins 1. Bottom of the 6th inning. So in now for the Angels, Taylor Ward. And a foul ball. The 2-2. That one ripped. Cook the extra bases. And that's going to kick into the corner. Around first and hustling for second. To second, pulls him off the bag.
Everything came together for him. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. And now it's the Angels cleanup batter, Jorge Soler. That one fouled off. Man at second. Out to short, Castro. Sends it across to first. One away, bottom of the sixth.
The catcher, number 14, Logan.
Here's the Angels catcher, Logan O'Hoppe. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone, stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
One out and a runner at second here in the bottom of the sixth. Intentional walk coming here, and that sets up the double play possibility with one away and runners at first and second. David Fry, the next to hit for the Angels. Ball to strike. The pitch to the left side, but it is well foul.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with, and there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there, and it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
Here's a 1-2. And there's a ball.
Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
Line drive, base hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well done, drives in the run. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
First and second, 2 outs. And next for LA, Scott Kingery. Drilled out towards left center field. Myers sizes this one up and makes the grab. And that'll do it. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now a 3-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Hans Kraus.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Now here is Graham Pauley. And it is 2-1.
You know, these Marlins, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've been lining the ball all over the ballpark, and unfortunately, sometimes it's right into a glove. But still, they've hit 9 line drives so far, and that's something they should feel very good about.
And they put the tag on him for the out. And here is Dane Myers.
Speaking of those line drives, you can't get too discouraged when they don't drop in for you. It's important to remember that you pretty much did everything right, and that's just baseball sometimes.
And he grounds one back up the middle, dives, but it kicks off his glove. He beats the throw, and they catch a break as they get a base runner at first. 1 down. Otto Lopez, the next up for the Marlins. The tying run at the plate. Runner on the move. And that gets down for a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything. Really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Hans Kraus won't go any further, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this. Brock Burke gets handed the rock out of the pen.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And now the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. 2 on, 1 out. And the count 1-2.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Grounder might be 2. He flips it to second in time. What a double play that was. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Declan Cronin taking over on the mound. He's pitching on 2 days rest. That one laced to center and a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Next to hit, Zach Neto. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1-2.
Allen aboard here at first with nobody out. In the air, out towards left center. Myers racing over to make the catch.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
So digging in, Nolan Shanuel. Man at first, one away. And there's a hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out. Taylor Ward now at the plate. The other way. Sanchez makes the grab. 2 down.
Now back, right field, Soler.
And here is Jorge Soler.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Angels strand a couple, but they still lead it 3-1. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Jose Quijada. This is his 5th appearance of the year.
Number 65.
So digging in, Lamont Wade Jr. That one missed. Action in the pen down there. Ben Joyce, the anchor of the staff, is getting ready to close this one out. Out to short. Neto. On to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup. Got that hitter to roll over.
Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Connor Norby. One down, base is empty. Right through there for a strike. And now it's even up.
2-2.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. In the air, out towards right center. Puts it away for the out. Two outs, base is empty. And now for the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez. Breaks his bat and pops it up. Fry fires to first on the run. Got him. Nice play. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now, Logan O'Hoppe. That one finds the zone. And a count 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Came inside with that two-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with two strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Liner caught it second.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Two down, base is empty. Stepping in, Cesar Carmona. He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion, Ricky Henderson types. Throw left, bat right.
You make a note of those guys because it's just different. It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Myers makes the catch, and that is that. Nothing across here this half. Ninth inning coming up. It's the Angels 3 and the Marlins 1. Ben Joyce comes out trying to close it out. A chance at his first save of the year. And now the shortstop, Willie Castro. The 1-1 is fouled off. Ripped in the air, left field, and a touchdown for a base hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, I'm not saying that play was easy, but it was harder than it needed to be thanks to the bad jump. Those small moments can be costly.
Jose Trevino, the next up for the Marlins.
With two strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Tying run at the plate. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Fouls it off. Still 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
5 foul balls in a row. I have no idea what that feels like, but you got to love this battle. Just wondering who's going to blink first.
Next pitch is outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
9th pitch of the at-bat due next. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Hauls it in for the out. He's 2 outs away. Now the third baseman, Graham Pauley. With the tying run at the plate, here at the top of the 9th. Next pitch way upstairs.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Ground ball right side. It squirts through. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds it second with 1 gone.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Next to hit, Dane Myers. Line drive. Caught.
From up here, it looked like that liner might be splitting the gap in right center. That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
So they're down to their final out. And now, Otto Lopez. Hit hard on the ground to short. And that is the ball game.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
And your final 3-1 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.